I lost everything to AI. It took my job and my family is starving because of it. I have been drawing for as long as I can remember. Drawing was a way for me to connect with other people and a solitary activity I spent a lot of time on. I could never connect with people socially, so I connected with myself through art. I decided to take art seriously a decade ago and have been studying from various books and courses. I made many sacrifices and many investments I could not really afford throughout these years to develop my skills and hone my craft. I had no doubt about it, art was what I loved to do. Even if I had an obscene amount of money and had my life all sorted out financially, I wouldn't stop doing it. I held common occupations before becoming a full-time artist on the internet. Worked for 2 years in a warehouse, then another year in sales. I'm not very bright, so my low attention span, anxiety and lack of social skills made these experiences miserable for the most part. Then the vid happened. I was out of a job and had the idea to use my art skills and sell art on the internet. In a few months I grew a following and became a well-established NSFW artist on Twitter. As a Brazilian being paid in foreign currency, I was making a good living out of that, enough to pay my bills and help out my family who at the time were also stricken by unemployment. At first I felt guilty for using my skills to draw adult films, but then I came to accept it. If I could choose I'd pick other more meaningful subjects for my art, but humongous badongus white girls were what kept food on the table. In the end of the day it was work like any other else, except I was good at it and my skills were appreciated. Then artificial intelligence generated art happened. Suddenly I couldn't trust my future and of the ones I love and the generosity of people who enjoyed NSFW art. As this technology evolves so will the taste of the public. There simply was no use trying to compete with the output of the machine, even more so when it can replicate and plagiarize you without effort. At this point getting back into the job market in Brazil would be really difficult. The bills kept coming and my family still needed my help, so I took an extreme measure. I sold all I had, gathered all the money I made through the years and emigrated to Europe in search of work. My thinking was that since I am fluent in the English language, I could likely find a minimum wage job in a more developed country that pays enough for me to provide for myself and send some back home. After some time I got all my documentation and managed to secure a retail job. I have been at it for about a year now. All the problems I had in my previous jobs returned, but now at an even worse level. My low attention span and anxiety make it so it takes me extremely long to adapt to the simplest tasks. I keep making mistakes and forgetting the simplest things. Add that to the stress of being alone in a foreign country and this job being my only means of survival and you can imagine how my life has been going. I just want to draw again.